Baseball is full of excitement and strong feelings, sometimes leading to some wild moments. Here are some of the craziest times in Major League Baseball history, each filled with pure emotion and scenes you can't forget. But don't go breaking anything just yet. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Number 1. George Brett. One of the most famous blow-ups in Major League Baseball involved George Brett of the Kansas City Royals. During a game against the New York Yankees on July 24, 1983, Brett smacked a home run off Yankees reliever Goose Gossage at the top of the 9th inning, putting the Royals ahead 5-4. However, Yankees manager Billy Martin noticed that Brett's bat had too much pine tar. Pine tar is a sticky stuff used to grip the bat better, and the rules then said it couldn't go more than 18 inches up the handle. Martin got the umpires to check the bat, and after comparing it with home plate, umpire Tim McClelland ruled the bat broke the rule. The umpires then reversed the home run, called Brett out, and ended the game with a Yankees win. This call sparked an immediate and intense reaction from Brett, who bolted from the dugout, absolutely furious, and had to be held back by teammates and coaches. The sight of Brett charging angrily remains a classic image in baseball history. Number 2. Lou Pinella. Lou Pinella, a manager famed for its explosive nature, was notorious during his tenure with the Seattle Mariners from 1993 to 2002. Pinella's interactions with umpires often heated up the field, establishing him as one of baseball's most dynamic and unpredictable personalities. One standout incident from Pinella's career occurred on May 17, 1994. After a contentious call by the umpire, Pinella lost his cool in a memorable meltdown. He flung his cap to the ground, furiously kicking dirt onto the umpire's shoes, and in a dramatic display, he grabbed first base and tossed it. Such outbursts were a hallmark of Pinella's style, characterized by intense passion and theatrical displays of anger. On this particular day, his 16 vigorous kicks and the theatrical scooping of dirt onto home plate resulted in his ejection, marking his first Kingdome ejection and setting a precedent for more fiery exits in his career. Number 3. Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez, pitching for the Boston Red Sox, was involved in a notorious conflict during the 2003 American League Championship Series, or ALCS, against the New York Yankees. This series was a powder keg due to the fierce rivalry between the teams, and emotions were already running high. The tension reached a boiling point during Game 3, a highly anticipated face-off between Martinez and former Red Sox ace Roger Clemens. The game turned infamous when Martinez hit Yankees outfielder Kareem Garcia with a pitch, intensifying the already charged atmosphere. The situation escalated when Clemens retaliated with a high pitch to Manny Ramirez, which led to both teams spilling onto the field. Amidst the mayhem, 72-year-old Yankees bench coach Don Zimmer charged at Martinez, who responded by grabbing Zimmer by the head and throwing him to the ground. This shocking moment sent ripples through the baseball community and became a defining incident in the historic Red Sox-Yankees rivalry. Number 4. Carlos Zambrano. Carlos Zambrano, a pitcher renowned for his hot-headed nature, experienced a defining moment on May 27, 2009 that would be etched into his legacy. While playing for the Chicago Cubs, Zambrano found himself at the center of a heated dispute during a game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The conflict ignited over a close play at home plate involving Nyjer Morgan. Zambrano was convinced he had tagged Morgan out, but the umpire disagreed, ruling Morgan safe. This decision did not sit well with Zambrano, leading to a fiery confrontation where he accidentally bumped into the umpire and was swiftly ejected from the game. The events that unfolded next were nothing short of theatrical. Overcome with anger, Zambrano stormed back to the dugout where he took out his frustration on an unsuspecting Gatorade cooler. He attacked the cooler with such ferocity that the scene quickly captured the attention of fans and media alike, spreading across the internet and cementing Zambrano's reputation as one of baseball's most tempestuous figures. Number 5. Yasiel Puig. Yasiel Puig, known for turning any game into a dramatic event, often let his anger get the best of him. His fiery temper caused trouble not just with opponents, but also within his own team. One of the craziest incidents involved a huge argument with his teammate Zack Greinke. During a team disagreement, Greinke got so fed up that he threw Puig's suitcase onto the street. Just imagine the chaos. Puig's stuff scattered everywhere and him fuming like a volcano. Everyone around just stared in shock, wondering what would happen next. This moment perfectly sums up Puig's unpredictable and fiery nature on and off the field. Number 6. Grant Balfour. Grant Balfour, the fiery Australian pitcher, became legendary for his epic temper tantrums on the mound. His most famous outburst, known as the Balfour Rage, showcased his unique ability to combine pitching with a tirade of colorful expletives. This wasn't just an occasional slip-up. Balfour made it an art form. The peak of his rage came during a particularly intense 2013 American League Division Series game against the Detroit Tigers. The stakes were high, the pressure was on, and Balfour was feeling it. Enter Victor Martinez, the Tigers' designated hitter. As Balfour was pitching, something about Martinez's demeanor or perhaps a comment set him off. What followed was an on-field shouting match that looked more like a scene from a heated family argument than a professional baseball game. Balfour's rants were so loud and animated that they echoed throughout the stadium, leaving fans both shocked and entertained. Number 7. Manny Machado. Manny Machado, known for his incredible talent and equally incredible temper, had a memorable meltdown in 2014 during a game against the Oakland A's. It all started when Machado, frustrated with a tag play he didn't appreciate, let his emotions get the better of him. Instead of channeling his frustration into his performance, he chose a more dramatic route. Machado swung his bat and then, as if possessed by a particularly mischievous spirit, flung it down the third baseline. The bat toss was no accident. It was a clear message of his displeasure. The Oakland A's didn't take kindly to this display, and what ensued was a classic baseball brawl. Both teams stormed onto the field in a bench-clearing confrontation that was part wrestling match, part shouting contest. Machado's bat-throwing antics became the stuff of legend, proving that sometimes the drama off the base paths is just as compelling as the game itself. Number 8. John Rocker. John Rocker is a name that often brings a cringe before it brings a cheer. While his off-field comments and controversial interviews made headlines, his on-field persona was just as fiery. Rocker had a knack for combining aggressive pitching with an equally aggressive mouth, creating a persona that was as volatile as a shaken soda can. Rocker's trash talk was legendary, and he didn't reserve it just for his opponents. He was an equal opportunity offender, often engaging with fans, teammates, and even the media. Number 9. Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is like a firecracker on the baseball field. You never quite know when he's going to explode. Known for his super competitive spirit and fiery personality, Harper has had his share of heated moments. One of the most memorable was in 2017. Picture this: Harper gets hit by a pitch from Giants pitcher Hunter Strickland. Instead of just taking his base, Harper decides it's time for action. He charges the mound like a bull seeing red, and boom! A brawl breaks out. This wasn't just any random fight though. Strickland had been holding a grudge since 2014 when Harper hit 2 home runs off him in the playoffs. Talk about holding on to a grudge. The 2017 showdown was more like a soap opera episode than a baseball game, complete with dramatic punches and a whole lot of shouting. Number 10. Jonathan Papelbon. Jonathan Papelbon is like the ultimate intense dude, always wound up and ready to go. He's been in a few scraps, but one of the most infamous moments came in 2015. During a game, something snapped between him and his teammate Bryce Harper. It started as a regular dugout disagreement, but then things got wild. Papelbon lunged at Harper and grabbed him by the throat. Imagine seeing that on live TV. It was like a scene out of a wrestling match, not a baseball game. This crazy incident showed just how aggressive Papelbon can be and made everyone question what was going on with the team's dynamics and sportsmanship. It's one of those moments that people still talk about, shaking their heads in disbelief. What's your take on the wildest tantrums in MLB history? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this roundup, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more epic sports moments.